Hey guys, what is going on? Chris here, looking ahead to today's games for Monday, November 28th. Hopefully, I hope all you guys had a good weekend. Had some fun watching some football. Hopefully, you guys made some money as well on Fanduel and DraftKings for NFL as I did. Um, anyway, we'll do a recap of last night. I know I didn't do a video for Sunday, but that was just because of, had a lot to do, had a lot of, had NFL going on, so didn't have time to do a video. But anyway, recap last night and look ahead to today's games. Alrighty, so scored a 336.9 last night, so pretty good night for me. Anyway, went Dennis Schroeder here. I knew he wouldn't be the most popular play out there facing the Lakers. I really like that matchup, even though he hasn't been doing too well these last couple games. But, 28, that's solid. I think you could have had a little bit more if, they kept it a little bit closer. But, I'll take it. Nothing special. Next was Jose Calderon, $3,500. I just needed someone to punt with. It didn't really play big minutes at all, but still got me 18 points, which I will take for only $3,500. So, definitely, let me get into some of the big guys. Next was CJ McCollum. Started off really hot in the first half, cooled down in the fourth quarter, but still got me 45.1. So I'll definitely take that. Next was Jordan Clarkson. So for an extra $400, if I had the money, I definitely would have went to Evan Fournier, but I just didn't have it. But anyway, Clarkson still got me 34.3. I'll take that. Next was Harrison Barnes. So this was like a last-minute thing. Changed up my lineup a little bit just because of the Orlando Magic news that came out. So put in Barnes, got me 40.4. Definitely will take that from him. And also Dirk was out as well, so that helped. Next was Aaron Gordon. This is another big reason why I put him in there, just because the Peyton wasn't going to start and Vukovic wasn't going to start, so I thought maybe Gordon would have to pick it up early on. He didn't even score, but he got you a 16, so I just needed somebody cheap. Could have got Matt Barnes, but he got ejected as well, and he got four more points than Gordon. So, not good there on the cheap small forward. And then I had Anthony Davis. Obviously, everyone had him. Mostly had 60.1. Next was Serge Ibaka. I picked him because last time he faced Milwaukee, he had 39. So, he got 31. Nothing bad, but still, I'll take it. And then obviously, Boogie got you 62.2. So, yeah, definitely a very good night. If you guys are interested in premium lineups, if you guys are struggling on NBA, definitely let Anthony and I know. We will have our email in the comment section. All you have to do is just hit us up, and we'll get you set up. Get 4 lineups per day, 2 from me and 2 from Anthony. We'll have our email in the comment section. Or if you guys need some fancy help or anything like that, definitely hit us up as well. Alrighty, I think that does it for the recap. Let's get into the 7 game slate here for Monday. Alrighty, we got Washington and Sacramento. We got a 212 total and Washington by 4.5. So Sacramento coming on a back-to-back. And they have to travel to Washington, which is pretty far. Let me see here. I think. All right, there we are. Let's go to today's scores. They were in Brooklyn, so they didn't really have to travel that far to Washington. So not too bad of a travel for them, but still, back to back for them. Right away, John Wall comes to my mind. $9,200 should be a relatively close game, so I really like him. Not too high in Derek Collison right now, so I love me some John Wall. Definitely gonna be a good game for him. I love some Bradley Beal as well. He's been stepping it up as well. I really don't mind a mini stack here with Washington. 43 last time against a pretty good San Antonio team. So, Sacramento's obviously not as good as San Antonio. So I really do like some Bradley Beal and some John Wall. Don't mind Otto Porter either. Really don't mind all 3 of those guys. I wouldn't put all 3 of them in the same lineup. I'd probably pick 2 out of 3 and just mix and match them. But still, I really like all 3 of those guys. Don't mind Rudy Gay, but not my favorite play here. Not really high on Markieff Morris. Hasn't done much. Obviously, if you want to put in Boogie, I don't mind him. Not too high in Gortat since Ian Mahiney came back, taking a little bit of his minutes. he only played 14 minutes, but still cut into Gortat a little bit. So I don't mind Boogie if you want to put him in there. Not my favorite play, but it's Boogie. He's going to get you your points. Not too high in Morris. Don't mind Gay. Really don't mind Otto Porter, Bradley Beal, and John Wall in a stack. So, like I said, going to be targeting a lot of Washington players here. Hopefully this game stays close. It's a 212 total, which is pretty high. So I'm just going to have to watch the spread throughout the day. If it stays around like right here, I'm definitely going to be targeting Washington quite a bit in this one. All right, moving on. We got Boston and Miami. As of now, there's no spread or total, but probably around like a 195, and Boston probably Miami by 2. It just depends on what's going on with those injuries with Dragic and Winslow. Don't know what's going on with them. Let me see here. Yeah, he's still listed as questionable. So if he doesn't play, I don't mind some Tyler Johnson. He's done a pretty good job filling in for Dragic. Didn't do too much last time against Memphis, but before that, 32 and 34. So definitely don't mind Tyler Johnson here against Isaiah Thomas. I also don't mind Thomas either. Price is coming down a little bit. Not the best matchup for him. It's all right, but not expecting that huge, the huge 40 from him. Don't mind Bradley, but I just, I love Boston, but I just don't really care for him in this game. Kind of have to see where that spread is. If the spread's at like 2 or 3, then yeah, I'll probably target it a little bit more. But if it's like a 5 or 6 spread, in a little total, I don't know if I want to target it. But like I said, a lot of game time decisions going on here. For some reason, Waiters or Winslow can't play again. Josh Richardson, he's always a good little fill-in. He's only $4,200, so I really don't mind some Josh Richardson. 23 and 24, does a pretty good job. So I don't mind some Josh Richardson if those guys are out for some reason. McCruder, he started last time, last game against Memphis. Didn't do too bad. Not my favorite play, but if you're only looking for 17, 18, 19, maybe he'll get you that. He's getting pretty big minutes, but you're not going to get anything else. So if you just need a place filler, I don't mind him, but not my favorite play. Don't mind Jay Crowder. And then you got, I don't really care for any of those power forwards. And then Whiteside, Al Horford, which should be a pretty good matchup. I don't mind some Al Horford, but definitely don't mind some Whiteside either. So, this, like I said, this game, I'm just going to have to wait until that spread comes out. But don't mind Whiteside, don't mind Horford, but I'm not really targeting many from this game. If I am going to target anyone, I'm going to target these cheap guys with Josh Richardson or Tyler Johnson. I'm going to be targeting some cheap guys to, get some, hopefully they get me 24, 25. So, but that's mostly it. Not my favorite play. Not my favorite game out there. All right, moving on. We got Oklahoma City and New York. We got a 213 total, and the spread's at even. So this is, if it stays around this, obviously you got to be targeting this game. Going to be one of my favorite ones to target here. Obviously Westbrook, but man, he's at 12-2. Not sure, man. Obviously you got to try and get him in there. I just don't know how, but get him in there if you can. Don't mind D Rose, Oklahoma City. Let me go see. I'm pretty sure they're the 6th worst team against point guard. So I don't mind D Rose if this game is supposed to be at a 213 and the spread's at even. Look at that, D Rose 46.6. He's been pretty consistent. Price went up $200 $300 last time I saw him, but I love me some D Rose. It's hard to say that, but pretty good spot for him. One guy that actually had a half decent game last time out was Brandon Jennings. He had 28.2. That's a GPP with him, but maybe if you want to go that way, the only reason he did that good is because he had 5 steals. So I'm probably not going to be high on him again, but just definitely wanted to point that out. Victor Oladipo, obviously got to put him in there. I just love this whole game. I love me some Carmelo, obviously. Kit Staps, I like him. And then not really too high on these guys here, but I just really like this game. Don't mind Kit Staps. Price is, very good right there. Obviously Carmelo, Victor Oladipo, I like him. And then obviously Westbrook, if you can get him in there. But definitely don't mind some D Rose at all. So, going to be a good game, going to be a close battle. Both of these teams are having at least one day of rest. So, look for this to be a pretty good game. All right, moving on. We got Philadelphia and Toronto. We got a 212 total and Toronto by 14. Not really high on Philly here. They just pour their hearts out yesterday against Cleveland and barely lost. So, if this was at home, maybe I would pick Philly. Sorry, some more Philly players, but man, they're in Toronto. This is going to be an annihilation here. So not really. I mean, I don't mind Lowry, but I just don't think he has that huge upside. DeRozan, very easy matchup, obviously. I mean, I don't mind him, but like I said, it's not much upside going on here. But I mean, it's DeRozan. He's going to get you your 40, so I don't mind him $9,300. But the spread is so high. Maybe some Damari Carroll didn't do too much against Milwaukee, but very easy matchup against Philly. So maybe he gets you 25 in this one. And then maybe some Jonas Valanciunas maybe against Philly. Philly not that good against that center position, but I picked Valanciunas against the number one worst team against centers last time, and he only got me 18. So I don't know how much they're going to need Val. Probably going to be a lot of missed shots. Probably get a double-double here, a lot of rebounds for him. But, maybe around 28 to 30 for Valanciunas. I don't mind it, but not my favorite play out there. So this is most just maybe pick one or two guys in this one and maybe move on. Obviously, you got to pick some DeRozan. Maybe one or two lineups with Carroll in there. Maybe Lowry, but just want to target some other games. Like I said, I just go Westbrook over Lowry. Just spend up and go get Westbrook. I'm not going to mess around with Lowry. So, that's kind of where I'm going here. Like, as you see, that spreads at 14. So this is just going to be an annihilation. It's a 212 total, but obviously that's because of Toronto. So I'm not too high on this one. Some of these other games have closer spreads. So moving on, we got Minnesota and Utah. We got a 195 total and Utah by 2. So this should be a good one. Unfortunately, Minnesota lost, pretty bad. Not too bad to Golden State around 15 points. So, they're back at home. I really don't mind this matchup at all. George Hill, ever since he came off the injury report, he's had two pretty good games, 34.5 and 34.5. I like him here against Ricky Rubio quite a bit. So definitely got to put him in there. $6,500 sitting pretty. 195 total. Spreads only by around 2, so I don't mind that. I don't mind Levine, but not surprisingly, but Utah is one of the best defenses in the league. Pretty good against that shooting guard, but maybe some Levine. Definitely don't mind some Gordon Hayward here in a close matchup. Not too high in Wiggins. Maybe some Gorgie Dang since Favors is going to be out. This is going to be a little bit slower game, and they're going to need to play inside a little bit. But like I said, Utah is a pretty good defense, but I think they're going to Minnesota is going to try and go inside quite a bit here. So definitely don't mind some Gorgie Dang. He's been pretty consistent. Not, like I said, not the best matchup for him, but definitely don't mind it. But if you're looking for upside, I don't think he has it. So if you're looking for around 28 to 30, definitely that's probably Gorgie Dang. And then you got Karl Anthony Towns and Rudy Gobert. I like both of those guys. Obviously, you're going to give it to Towns here, but definitely both of those guys are in play. So like both of those guys. Don't mind some Gorgie Dang. Definitely don't mind Hayward. Maybe some Levine, and then some George Hill. Definitely liking that. None of these cheap guys I'm really caring for here unless someone gets announced out, but I don't think so. Not really high on Trey Lyles. He just hasn't been doing much. So that's kind of where I'm going there. Like I said, the spread's obviously only at 2, so going to be targeting probably 2 players from this one and then probably move on from that. Alrighty, moving on, we got Charlotte and Memphis. We got a 198 total in Memphis by 2.5. So Memphis is a pretty good team at home. Let me see here. Yeah, Kemba Walker. Surprisingly, Memphis they're okay against the point guard. Let's go see here. Guess they got a little bit better. Yeah, they got a little bit better since last time I saw them. So I'm not too high on Walker here away from home. Maybe some Mike Conley, though, since this game is going to be close. And Mike Conley likes playing at home. I don't mind him. I think he won't be high owned, but he might be a half decent GPP play, as you see, maybe get you 34, 35. So maybe I don't mind him. But I don't not too high in Kemba Walker though. I don't know what's going on with Nicholas Batum, but if for some reason he can't play, man, Jeremy Lamb, he came out of nowhere. And he got you 42.4. I don't think, obviously, he's not going to do that again. Memphis is a lot better defense, but still, if you get you 25, I'll take it for 4,000. So he'll definitely be in a lot of my lineups if Batum can't play. Let's see here. You got Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. Hasn't really been doing too much this year. Just been sitting around 5 to 5,500. As you see, hasn't been doing much. So I'm not really high on him. One guy I don't mind maybe in a GPP only if he starts is Troy Williams. A lot of you guys may not even know who that is. But this is, like I said, another GPP play, only $3,700. But he got the start against Miami, 35 minutes, had 18 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, got you 23.6. Doesn't seem like a lot, but if he's only $3,700, he gets you 23 points, and he's letting you get in some of those big guys like Westbrook and stuff. Definitely put him in there. But that's a GPP. But, he's sitting in a half-decent spot here. Only if he starts. Like I said, don't know what's going on with some of these other guys. But if he starts, definitely don't mind him. If Marvin Williams is out again, I don't mind Frank Kaminsky. Don't mind JaMychal Green, actually, because Kaminsky's not the best defender out there. JaMychal Green's a little bit bigger guy than Frank is, body mass-wise. So, he's been okay. He's only $4,600. But if you get like I said, 27 or 28, definitely won't mind that for only $4,600. But Williams is out again. Love me some Frank Kaminsky. And then definitely don't mind some Marc Gasol here against Cody Zeller. I think Gasol should have a half-decent game against Cody Zeller. Gasol had a really good game. I actually picked him against Miami. He had 40.6. So, I think he will do very well in this game. So one of my and probably the top 3 centers for me tonight is Marc Gasol, and I don't think he'll be that popular. So Marc Gasol, I like him. Definitely don't mind Frank. Maybe JaMychal Green at GPP. Troy Williams in a GPP. Maybe Jeremy Lamb if Batum is out again, and then some Mike Conley. So I'll probably have 1 or 2 from this one and then probably move on. Not my most exciting game, but, I don't mind it. All right, moving on, we got Atlanta and Golden State. This one has no total, but Atlanta just lost the Lakers last night, so probably a 225 total, and Golden State probably by around 10. This game could go either way. This could be a total blowout, or Atlanta could keep it close because Atlanta is a pretty good team, as we know. They're 10-7 on the year, but they are on the West Coast. There might be a little lag in a little bit, but right away, obviously, I love Steph Curry tonight. Atlanta is very bad against that point guard position, so Curry going to be in almost 100% of my lineups. Don't mind some Dennis Schroeder, but not my favorite play. Klay Thompson, obviously, don't mind him in there. Mostly, it's just like this every night with Golden State. Kevin Durant, Klay Thompson, and Curry, just put them all in there. I don't mind Bazemore, but if he was playing against the Lakers again, he got you 30. But against Kevin Durant, I'm not too high on Bazemore here. But if he was playing someone else, maybe I'd put him in there. This isn't really a game for Paul Millsap. I don't think. Maybe if Draymond is out, maybe you can put in Paul Millsap, but I think they're going to put Kevin Durant on Paul Millsap. That's what they did on Karl Anthony Towns last time, so probably not really liking that. Not really a Millsap game, but I really don't mind some Dwight Howard in this one. Going to have a lot of rebounds. They're going to need him in this one. If Paul Millsap is locked down by Kevin Durant, they're going to need Howard to be open. He had 19 points, 9 rebounds against the Lakers, 36 points. So definitely don't mind some Dwight Howard. I wish he was around $7,500, but still, I don't mind him. But as you see, the slate, it's an all right slate. It's nothing to go crazy about. Maybe some news breaks, but not the craziest slate out there, but still some pretty all right plays out there. All righty, let's get into this lineup for you guys. All right. Let's try and go GPP. I don't know if I can get Westbrook. I really want him though. I don't mind doing that. So let's say Troy Williams does start. I'm going to put him in there. This is a GPP, obviously, so don't freak out. I'm going to go try and risky for you. I really want him. I don't think I can get Carmelo. All right, well, not the top of my head. I can't make a GPP for now. I'm just gonna do cash. So I'm gonna go Marc Gasol, and then we're gonna go. I don't mind that. Let's go Porzingis, Kaminsky. Let me go see here. There's not really that many good power forwards out there. Pretty sure. Yeah, Grizzlies are pretty good against that center. So I might take out Porzingis. Not the best spot for him, and he is pretty cheap, but not the best spot. All right. Well, for this one here, I'm gonna go cheap on my point guards. I really don't mind it, and just in this situation, obviously you're gonna want to get Westbrook and Curry in there, but Hill can get you 30, 34. We know that. D Rose can get you 40. So there's around 70 points from two cheap guys right there. So I don't mind that. I might have one lineup like that, but obviously for the most part, Westbrook and Curry gotta have him in there. And then let's go Oladipo and Beal. Let's do that. Let's go. I don't think I can do that. You got 45. Jermichael Green was $100 more, wasn't he? Yep. All right. Well, I'm just gonna leave it like that. Let's just put in Frank. I'm $200 short, but anyway, Hill, Rose, Oladipo, Beal, Durant, Porter, Porzingis, Kaminsky, Gasol. That is not not the prettiest lineup out there. Obviously, this is going to be a little bit harder slate. I'm going to have to mix and match a little bit more than normal. It's a little hard to come up with a lineup off my head for this slate. So obviously, it's not the prettiest lineup out there, but it's a rough draft kind of guys who I'm looking at. I really don't mind my shooting guards right there. I'm going to mix up my point guards, obviously. Going to mix up my small forwards. And power forward is just very bad tonight. So hopefully some news breaks. We can get somebody cheap in there. But that's kind of what I'm looking at. So as I said, Westbrook and Curry, definitely get them in there if obviously you have to get them in there. So all righty, guys. I think that does it. So as normal, guys, if you guys are interested in premium lineups, definitely let Anthony and I know. You get 4 lineups per day, 2 from me and 2 from Anthony. It's only $30 a month, so definitely hit us up if you need any help. And also, if you guys need fancy help or anything like that, message us as well. We'll have our email in the comment section. Just message us and we'll get you all set up. Alrighty, guys. I hope this helped. If it did, leave a like. We definitely do appreciate it. Alrighty, well, I hope everyone has a good Monday. Hopefully you guys win some money. And we'll definitely see you guys on Tuesday.